What's up, everybody? Mr. Biggs here. It's another beautiful day. Well, it's beautiful for me. Even though like I don't like driving my Cutlass, you know, out in the rain, it's still beautiful because I love the rain. And would you believe that it's like, it's not raining, it's like drizzling. This is what like they call like June gloom. It's kind of like that, but we get it like later in the year now. I don't know what's going on, but anyways, Cutlass is warming up right now. We're gonna go get our smog check today. Fingers crossed, everything goes good. We get this passed, we get our plates. So, man, I cannot wait. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Hopefully everything goes good. So I'm getting ready to head over, see my boy Tony, and get this thing cracking. So, wish me luck, guys, wish me luck. You know, one cool thing I was saying is when you do find a guy who will smog your car, especially a carburetor car, I know it sounds crazy to say, you gotta tread lightly, you know? So I'm out here in my lowrider gear today, you know, chilling. I didn't want to have the little, you know, white guy look, you know. That just, I don't want to get the guy vibes as, you know, like I'm some cop or something, or, you know, the state board, or, you know what I mean? These guys are a little on edge if they don't know you, because they don't want trouble, you know, like they just want to do their business and be on, you know, be on their way, you know. But yeah, so I was like, thank God, you know. But anyways, he knew somebody from my car club. I'm in the Santana car club, and he knew my guys there, so it was kind of cool, you know. Shout out to the club, and definitely was nice to be able to have somebody that, you know, knew their stuff and wasn't gonna put you in that box like, oh, this guy's a cop. But it's just, I don't know, I just have that look, I guess. But anyways, you know, I was happy that he was able to take care of me. All right, so today I ain't got my white boy uniform on. I got my low stuff on, so hopefully you never go to a smog check looking like the police. And my white boy uniform was just for the state rep. That's when you want to look like the white boy. But it's all good. He knows my homies and shit, so we should be good, you know. Should be had no issues with this, but I definitely ain't gonna film over there either, you know, in case, you know, we got to dig into this car. So, but we'll film afterwards. So we went over to the other place. I'll tell you about that in the next clip. But I had to park her, put her away. Overall, we had a lot of good information, a lot of good things I learned about it. Had to, you know, mess with the carburetor a little bit. We ran it, and it was like 9%. Running really rich, and that's because the temperature and everything in Texas is a lot different than it is here, so they run different. So when you get them out here, you got to readjust it because it's an old carburetor car. So it's a literally good thing is the carburetor is original, has never been touched or messed with. Literally, the seals have never been pulled off, never been messed with. So that leads me to believe that the car really does have 99,000 miles on it. Like it's legitimate, but it needs to be clean. So that's our next stop. But I'll talk to you about the whole process. The guy was cool at the smog shop. Like I said, learned a lot. He knows my people, and it was just like, man, it was good. It was a good experience. So anyways, I'm gonna jam over to the next spot, get some more information, and keep going. But the car is gonna stay here until next week. Next week we take it to the next guy's spot. But man, I learned some stuff about that too. So anyways, let me head out of here, and we'll jump to the next. All right, so we're here back at the garage. So today was good. We learned a lot of good stuff. One, the carburetor is literally original, and it has not ever been taken apart. It's got the original seals. Everything is like untouched. We were able to mess with it a little bit to see kind of like what we wanted to do as far as like trying to get it to pass, right? So this guy knew his stuff, you know. He has 4 points in the carburetor where he can drill and he can adjust the air fuel flow mixture. One thing I wanted to say, the car came from Texas, so Texas has like a lot of humidity. It may be way higher elevation than we were at here, so it just runs different in a different state than it would here. So he was saying that, you know, being that's the case, that car was running rich to the tune of 9% on the scale we were looking. He said it's a lot. It's a lot. So we tried to adjust some things. We drilled out the carburetor in 4 specific spots, and he was able to adjust the airflow a little bit, but it did not drop down to what he needed to see. We got it down to about 3%, which was a lot better, but still it's just not where it needs to be. He had a Cutlass that was there yesterday, and that Cutlass was all the way down to 0.5% on that scale. So he has to run the car really, really lean. It ran like crap while he was doing all these changes and stuff, because that's the way you got to do it in order to pass California's strict, you know, smog conditions. You know, these cars, it's harder and harder to get them to pass, but I think we got a good shot. So long story short, we went and we looked up a guy he's got that will work on the carburetor, and the guy's like, you know, it'll take me 5 hours to rebuild the carburetor, but you know, you're gonna be 100%, you're gonna be ready to go. And so he's like, yeah, everything else on the car is good, except for one. It was one more. I don't know the term of it, but there was one more piece that needed to be replaced, and that's about $120. And even one of the vacuum lines was not even connected to it. And he's like, you know, we got to get that replaced too. So, so it'll be around like $250 to redo the carburetor. It'll take 5 hours for them to do it. So we'll swing that by, you know, next weekend. We'll get it all taken care of, and then I think the weekend after that's Labor Day, which he's going to be closed. So he's like, you know, in 2 weeks, bring it back and we'll run it up, you know, and do everything. He's even going to do all the vacuum hoses for me, which is the hard part. Nobody wants to touch, right? Vacuum hose is going to get done. It's just going to clean up everything, the wiring and all that kind of stuff. I'll kind of help him with that, and we'll reroute some stuff, make it look a lot better. Because right now, I'm going to be honest, it looks like freaking, you know, wire nest, you know, so, or a bird's nest, right, is what they say. Anyways, I wasn't, you know, I was happy that we found out what's up with it and what's going on, but I wasn't like, you know, I wasn't as upbeat as I was this morning. So in order to make me feel better, we got to go get some food. And today I went over to a good place called Paul's Place. It's amazing, good food. Look at that. Woo! I got something right there. We're about to chow down. But you know what? Hey, we learned some stuff. We took a L for today, but we'll be back at it next weekend. We'll get that carburetor ripped off, cleaned up, and ready to go. And then it's on and popping. So we all knew that the carburetor needed to be cleaned and redone anyways, because it's starting to, you know, the sputter when I'm coming off the light. It's like, and it wants to get going, you know. So we got to redo it, man. So now's the time. So anyways, short video for today, but I thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. I'm trying my best out here to do what I can to get the car going, get it legit, and just enjoy it. So, but hey, at least my Cutlass is running. And another channel to check out that also is building his Cutlass is a cool cat named Casey Baker. I hope I got your name right, Casey Baker. I'm going to list it in the channel here. Go check him out. He's got a really cool Cutlass as well. He's trying to get that thing going, but he took his engine out and he's rebuilding it and everything. But you know, he's got a long ways to go. So, anyways, I'm out of here. Thank you so much. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Click the bell for more notifications. And until then, catch me in traffic. You already know the deal.